Blues Matters at Chicago Blues Festival again. We have Tina Tucker. Tina Tucker tonight. Tell us about your musical, why you wanted to become a musician in the first.
I was born into the blues. My dad was Tommy Tucker. He wrote the song "And I Heal Sneakers," 1964 hit that's been done by countless other artists like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Janis Joplin, Elvis Presley, Stevie Wonder, Jose Feliciano, probably in every genre there is. And it was inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame in 2017. And so I was raised up in the gospel choir. And when my father passed away, one of the promoters in Germany, you probably know him, Norbert Hetz. Yeah. Norbert called me and wanted to know, do I sing blues? This was in 1994. And I said, no, I don't sing blues. I sing church songs in top 40s for weddings. And he says, well, if I send you a cassette tape, remember the little cassette tape?
Yeah.
20 songs on it with multiple female blues artist singers, including Etta James, Coco Taylor, Nina Simone. It just had a one on a card, people that you never even heard of. And he said, you learn 10 of those, and I'm going to bring you to Germany. You're playing the Berlin Germany Festival, Blues Festival. I learned all 20 because I got hooked on blues. I got hooked on the songs, and I was like, man, you're hooked on me. And so I told him, I said, I learned that song, so you got to bring me over. And the rest is history. Wow. And now I'm doing I teach a women in blues workshop. I do a vocal workshop. And blues is a culture, and I'm part of that culture. So that's how I started.
Man. And what does blues mean to you as a artist?
Well, blues is the American roots music. Without blues, there would be nothing else in American music, like country, rock and roll, gospel. Everything was born from blues. So that's what blues means to me. And there were a lot of people who came over with a slave ship. So, it was call and response on the plantation. So blues is something that is part of the culture for especially Black Americans.
Okay. And what keeps you motivated as a musician to keep playing?
Well, I was born to sing, so I'm a natural singer. But what keeps me going is something that I think when you think of something 99% of the time, that's what you should be doing. So I think about singing and writing songs all the time and producing songs. That's what I do.
And when you're writing, what comes first? Is it the lyrics or a melody, or can it be
a topic? A topic comes first.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
like I wrote a song called "The Muddier Things Get, Clear I See." It's kind of metaphoric, but hey.
Yeah.
I just wrote a song called "Will Heaven Be a Ghost Town?" And that's coming out probably the end of June, 1st of July as a single.
Wow. Good.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you've had in your career?
The best advice is to not always look for people's approval. Stay loyal to yourself and to the people that are in your corner, and just keep shining with the gift that God has given you. That's it. That's all you can do.
What would you say to up-and-coming musicians, young musicians?
In July, I'm going to be playing acoustic set for 4 days. We're doing a workshop, and I'll be with those guys, the young guys, the John Tavius,
right,
Willis, and Stephen Hall. And I don't know if Rail's coming or not, but we're doing that. So I just tell them, I said, you know what? If you keep the American roots music where it all came from within yourself, we can all share this. I do blues in the schools as well. So, and then at the end of my blues in the schools, after I'm done presenting the blues in the school, I give them a little postcard.
Right.
And I say, if you had to write a blues song about how you feel or what you've been through, what would be your topic?
Right.
I got stacks like this. I could write 4 albums with the titles that I had. So
What's the strangest topic when books come on?
One of the strangest topics is, why did I wake up? So that tells you that somebody's really sad.
Yeah.
And so you might want to conversate with that child a little more than you do someone else.
Yeah.
You know, when the sun is shining bright, you're okay, but when you're in the dark, it's not so good.
Understood. And what keeps you motivated and getting up in the morning?
What keeps me motivated getting up in the morning?
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody should be motivated to get up in the morning, not unless you did. But what mostly motivates me is that I do things that I enjoy. I'm retired. I worked 33 years for the federal government and built 25 years of those as a music career. So I did them both. I traveled all over doing blues festivals.
What's your fondest memory?
My fondest memory?
Yeah.
Opening up for B.B. King in Dresden, Germany.
Right.
Yeah, 1996. And he was ill at that time, and they asked me, can I do a couple more songs to give him a chance to get himself together? And I did, son. Hey.
And the best advice you could get for you to say?
Well, I mean, stick to what you've been blessed to do, and don't worry about what anybody else think or feel about. You know, associate yourself with the right people. Be loyal to yourself first. And practice.